Do you know what? I'm just listening to people talking out the back because this is what I do. Well, I don't do it on purpose. I just sit here and then you people talk loudly, don't they? But you have an awareness then of how loud you talk and that other people can hear you. So sometimes you talk loud on purpose and just make things up. And sometimes you just talk loudly. And sometimes you forget. It doesn't really matter though, but it's like I'm just basically long way. Social observation. You observe me. I don't care. That's how life works, isn't it? That's what a community is. We all, blah, blah, blah. Gaia theory. Everything relates to everything else. Sacred geometry, all the rest of it, etc. Anyway, she just said something about Lottie being a nice name. And it's like, do you know what? And I'm sitting here fucking wrangled like a 15-year-old menopausal old shit. Lottie's a fucking titty, isn't it? It's like Lottie feeding. It's like, that's the olden days name for fucking sticking a nipple in someone's mouth. Lottie. Wasn't that on the Fast Show or something? I can't remember. Every time oh, here comes the squirrel. Every time I hear Lottie, I just think of fucking tit feeding. That's all. Triggered. That probably I should be called fucking Trigger. What? Trigger biscuits, that's right. That was a great term I came up with. Just feed her trigger biscuits. That's what I said they did on the internet. Feed me trigger biscuits, just to see what happened if I got so fucking wound up I burst. Give her a trigger biscuit. Just keep feeding her trigger biscuits until she fucking spontaneously combusts. It could happen. It could happen. What was the other thing I was thinking? What do you mean how are you supposed to know what I think? Well, why not? Trigger biscuits, half cunt. Do you know I've added a lot to this fucking to the world, to the Urban Dictionary. A lot of good stuff as well. Not just recycled bullshit. Fresh things. Look at me. I'm the shell of a human being. A conch shell, probably. A conch shell of humanity. What do you mean it is the human condition? I know it's the human condition. Is that Sartre or Nietzsche? I can't remember. Oh God, she's quoting Sartre. She even said it wrong. She even pronounced the hyphenation in Latin. I didn't though. My neck hurts. I've had a head injury. Why does no one care about these things? Because they're all too selfish and wallowing in their own human conditions in the fucking cesspit of fucking humanity. Well, good. You know what? Let's all roll around together then in this fucking shit pit that we've created. I forgot what I was going to say though. It was to do with, I was going on from Lottie and tit feeding. I can't remember. No. Do you know what this woman said to me a while back? This woman that I know, a friend of mine. And I was just texting, as you do you know what normal fucking women... She's a fucking sex-obsessed fucking crazy woman anyway. I've not had sex for like 5 years. Well, do you know what? If we're talking about a decent sex, then a long fucking longer than that. Probably never. And she goes, you need the fucking menopause. It's like, you're a dickhole. I told you, like, I'm 5 years post-menopausal. Literally, I just need a fucking dick in me. Well, I probably don't actually, but that's what I did that day. I was just raging full of sexual desire. It's like, you know what? How do you think the menopause is going to help me now? You deaf or what? Just because you're an HRT. I've done it. I've flown through it, and I'm fucking gagging for a good shag. Decent one. Look, there's a bird flying over. A little tit, actually. Probably just what I need. Just a little tit to keep me going. I don't think I do. I don't do nothing. I had the punani myself, mate. It's true. I had the punani. Everyone else can talk about this shit. Why can't I? What do you mean you can? You've been given a free platform. Why am I so angry? Probably because when you have the menopause, your hormones change, don't they? All those girly things disappear. They all flow out of you like a river, like a stream of whatever, pathetic, mewling kittens. And you get them replaced by some strangly old cougar comes in, some strangly old hellcat rears its head, or something. If something leaves, something else takes its place, doesn't it? So as those old, those old childish things ebb away, you get all this other thing raises up from the earth, the fire of old age. Well, middle age, actually. I'm not old, am I? Middle 50s, middle age. Middle path. I walk in the middle path. The flaming one. Seagulls think it's funny. They always do, though. They love everything I do. They love all my work. What do you mean she can't call teenage girls pathetic mewling kittens? I'm not. I'm just calling you one. Anyone who's not had the menopause is anyone who's not post-menopausal is a pathetic mewling kitten. I'm just saying it. I'm not saying it's true. And that includes all the men. It's everyone who's not had the menopause. Actually, I'm going back. I am stating as a fact. Everyone who hasn't had the menopause is a pathetic mewling kitten. I know everyone loves kittens because they need looking after. I'm a kitten too, But there we go. I was left to go feral. And here I am, feral. Beryl the Feral, that's who. Or fucking Chelsea Nelsie. Beryl the Peril was out of a magazine when I was a child. A comic, if you like. A graphic mag. Like Dennis and Nasher. Nervous laughter from the seagull. And Cuthbert. He was in the Beano. And was it Lord Fauntleroy? Or was he not? Or was he in one of the classics? Oh, God. I did want to go and see that boy in blue, what his name was. The blue thingy does. Blue. What was his name? I've got the artist now. I could still go. It means getting the fucking train and sorting out a dog sitter. I could probably do that if I really tried. I probably could. I wanted someone to come with me. What I mean, it's much more fun doing galleries by yourself. You don't get fucking dragged around by people. That's probably true, actually. And you never know who you're going to meet in there. Take an interesting looking book. Wear something, arty, but not too arty. Or you look desperate. Look a little bit, like you're lost. And see what happens. I can't be bothered. I'll just get lost. I know what I'll do. I'll ask my son to come and dog sit while I say I'm going to Scotland, and then I'll go somewhere different and immerse myself in the culture of wherever I end up. I'll take a bag with a few basic essentials in, like a sleeping bag. And a Stanley knife. And a beanie hat for begging. And I'll take some crackers and a £50 note tucked in my shoe. And dodge into a hostel. I don't know. I could do anything I want, can't I? You know why? My toxic trait is pleasing myself, because that's all I'm left with. Oh, is that the wren back? I had this horrible feeling when I went through town yesterday and the blinds were all down there. It'd been killed. I've not seen it this morning. That wasn't it. The wings were too flappy. It's not been singing either. If someone's scabby old cat has killed my wren, I'm gonna suck it up, I suppose. That was the male as well. We had a whole family to look after. They've probably all perished. He may have had more than one family. Oh well, that's another. Do you know what? That's the whole, what did I say before? Like the second, third wave feminism shooting themselves in the foot, the war within the war. As you give out, you receive. What is it? Not life imitating art. Well, it is life imitating life, really. The male's been killed. He was providing for all the women by probably some old cat, some strangly old cat. And now they're all left without a father. Some cat called in, some old Tom. You know, that's another name for prostitute.